Teardrops.
For fun, force feed our fear until our hearts go numb. Addicted to a lonely kind of love. What I wanna know is how we got this stressed out, paranoid. Everything is going dark. Nothing makes me sadder than my head. I'm running out of teardrops. Let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip. I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. The emptiness is heavier than you think. I'm tripping on the edge, high as a kite. I'm never coming down. And if you hear me, guess you know how it feels to be alone. That's how we get this stressed out, paranoid. Everything is going dark. Nothing makes me sadder than my head. I'm running out of teardrops. Let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip. I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. The emptiness is heavier than you think. Suicidal, violent, tragic state of mind. Lost my halo, now I'm my own antichrist. Suicidal, violent, tragic state of mind. Lost my halo, now I'm my own antichrist. Running out of teardrops, let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip, I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. The emptiness is heavier than you think. I'm running out of teardrops, let it hurt till it stops. I can't keep my grip, I'm slipping away from me. Oh God, everything is so full, but I can't feel a thing. The emptiness is heavier than you think. The emptiness is heavier than you think.
Welcome everybody here to WORC TV as it's time here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway for the Maconi Setup Shop Dirt Late Model Tour 11th race of the season here. My name is Braison Collins and today I'll be alone in the booth as per usual. As qualifying is underway, doesn't look like anybody's out there to qualify at the moment, so that's kind of all we've got. Well, I guess with nobody else on track, we'll get into tonight's track info. Fairbury is a quarter-mile dirt oval located in Fairbury, I want to say Illinois. I actually am not 100% positive on the state. I believe it's Illinois. At an altitude of 671 feet, 4 turns. And looks like we do have a car on track right now. That's the 04 of Paul Granata. As with a minute left here, he's going to go out there, try to rip some laps out. And these dirt late models, they have a new tire model on them, so it'll be interesting to see see how these things drive with the new tire model. Let's see where Paul puts himself on the board. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. He's about 3/10 behind Ryan Martin. I don't know if he got much practice time here. He also might be trying to qualify last too. But Paul goes out there, he spins it around, and weather for tonight, 70 degrees, a track tempo of 67, just past 8 p.m. Eastern time. Clear skies, wind speed of about 5 miles an hour. It's kind of going back and forth. And man, these guys are getting pretty close together in terms of the point standings. Of course, Chris Brown has over a 100-point lead. And he has put himself, looks like P7 in qualifying. As these guys did not quite have a very good qualifying run for the most part out of these guys, but we'll load up. We'll have 2 heat races here. Heat race number 1, we'll have Davin Cardwell, Desmond Busby, Joshua Kunstbeck making his first ever race, Chris Brown, Bo Krebs, and Ryan Martin. As that'll be the lineup for heat race number 1. There's Krebs, Chris Brown, Kunstbeck. So Brown, he is our points leader today, and well, he's pretty much the de facto champion if nothing happens to him here in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see if Chris can get things going. He's had a rough last couple of races that have kind of stalled him back a little bit in gaining a points lead here, but nonetheless, it's still been a pretty solid season for Chris, and obviously he's got that points lead. Desmond Busby, he's been solid all season. And then Bo Krebs and Ryan Martin, they've been here all season long. That's great to have these guys with us. And Joshua Kunstbeck, not really sure how to say that name. He's a new guy here in that black, white, and purple 11K. So I guess it's a good time here to shout out our sponsors here at Fairbury. Thank you to Maconi Setup Shop, of course, the series sponsor here for the Dirt Late Model Tour, and the JP Designs run by Josh Patterson. If you need any design quotes for anything iRacing related or even non-iRacing related designs, you can feel free to contact Josh Patterson at JP Designs. And then, of course, we've got our couple of YouTuber sponsors. We've got the series sponsor for the GTA 3 Challenge, the Keystone Corner. Make sure you go check him out, like and subscribe to his videos, as well as Mr. Ocean CM3882. As this should be entertaining, I think, to see how this one plays out. If Davin grids, that's the main thing we're waiting on right now. And it looks like Davin Cardwell will not grid, so that'll move Kunstbeck and Krebs up each a row. And we'll have a 5-person heat for heat race number 1. I'm really excited for this race. We don't have many cars, but Fairbury is one of my kind of underdog tracks when it comes to the dirt racing here. I think it's a pretty exciting track. Should be a blast. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the 08 of Busby and the 168 of Bo Krebs, they each have the same number font. You can see it in the 8, really. And if I'm being honest, nice font. I have no idea what the name of it is, though.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag drops, and they're going to be almost 3 wide. Kunstbeck does not really get going. And here into turn number 1, they slide up a little bit. Here comes Krebs to the inside of Kunstbeck here. Unfortunately, they're all going to kind of stack up here early on as Chris Brown rolls the top. Chris gets the wall. Kunstbeck is going to throw it in there deep. He's going to throw a slider. He's going to clear Chris. as they're each going to go to the top. But right now at the moment, Desmond Busby, he's all on his own. As we've got this battle for second here, looks like for fourth, Ryan Martin kind of taking it easy right now, rolling the back of the field. So he's not looking to do much harm tonight. He's just trying to chill out, get some points, and have some fun. And right now I'm watching here, Kunspek, he had a slow start, but once he got to the top side, he kind of caught some wind, and he's actually pretty quick right now. In fact, he's quicker than Desmond Busby, your leader here. As with 4 laps to go in this one, looks like it's going to be all Kunspek for P2, as Chris Brown's kind of fallen off a little bit. Bo Krebs, he's trying to rip that wall, and Ryan Martin rounds out the field as Cardwell did not grid. And with 2 laps to go, this is a very short track, so it's going to be a shorter race tonight for sure. Looks like Desmond Busby is going to be the man on a mission here, as comes down the front straightaway. Checkered flag waves. I believe that was the front straightaway. No, this is the front straightaway right here. Checkered flag waves, and Desmond Busby will win heat race number 1. Kunspek P2, Chris Brown P3, Krebs and Ryan Martin will round out the rest of these guys. Oh, Martin and Krebs overcooking it a little bit. This track is confusing. There's grandstands on both sides, and I mean, I'm familiar with Fairbury, but I'm not super familiar. I know enough about Fairbury to to know how to commentate here, I guess. Looks like for heat race number 2, we'll have Trent Hitchens starting on pole. Then we'll have Dusty Ladner, Benjamin Lee, and Carden Cochran. Lee and Cochran both making their debuts. Paul Granata and John Hill rounding out the heat race number 2 lineup. Granata, he's only made a handful of starts this season, so we'll see what happens here when he grids. John Hill, I'm not 100% sure if he's here or not. So Granata may have been the last one that needed to grid. And, oh, Trent Hitchens blinks out a little bit. It looks like they're pacing, though, so John Hill will not take the grid. And Paul Granata in that blank white 04 will round us out. Carden Cochran and Benjamin Lee, as I said, each making their first ever WORC starts here tonight, and they lock out the second row here in heat race number 2. We'll see if any of these guys picks up some speed in the feature, as the goal is to not refarm the track for the feature. So that was something that was brought up to us by the drivers. Try to keep this thing slick on whatever the track state is after qualifying. So we'll see how it goes with Hitchens and Ladner about to take us to the green here.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag waves, and we are off. Hitchens and Ladner into turn 1. And right back here. Oh, Hitchens gets a little out of whack right there as he has to try to roll the bottom. He throws a slider up on the 3 of Benjamin Lee and Cochran. Oh man, I'm sorry. Lee's in that black and orange car, and Trent Hitchens is falling backwards here. He's losing tons of spots. He just got really out of shape. Benjamin Lee trying to roll the bottom here. And watch out for Trent Hitchens. Hitchens comes on the top side. Lee goes scathing over the wall. Paul Granata's around. He's going to reset. Hitchens is going to have some damage after that one, and I'm not 100% sure what happened there. In the meantime of all of that, the 05 of Dusty Ladner has pulled out to a pretty sizable lead here, as him and Busby early on once again look to be 2 of the fastest guys around. As Lee and Granata are both on pit road, so not sure what happened to Granata, but I believe he just reset to try not to interfere with our leaders here. As just a few laps to go here for Dusty Ladner. And look at the way he turns this car around, man. He kind of gets off the throttle, lets it kind of roll up the hill a little bit, and then he gets on the gas. He's very precise and stable with it. And that's something that I noticed trying to run Fairbury. I was running some practice laps of my own, trying to see what these drivers could expect. And one of the drivers decided not to show up because he couldn't drive this track. Tried to show him how to drive it, and he just couldn't figure it out. And it's weird because, I mean, look at Dusty Ladner. He barely has any wheel input at all as he comes around to win heat race number 2. I mean, you just got to be smooth with it, and I don't think some people will understand that. I do feel kind of bad for Trent Hitchens, though. He did not have fun there riding that one out. Meantime, however, we're going to hit some hot laps here on the racetrack. These guys will have an opportunity to put down some laps, and we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned for this, guys. We're going to take a quick break here at WORC TV, and you guys get to just watch these guys run some hot laps. Alright everybody, welcome back here to WORC TV as hot laps have just completed here, and it looks like Desmond Busby was the fastest in hot laps with Trent Hitchens P2, Chris Brown P3, as we'll see how the hot lap sessions go. Of course, our grid for tonight, let me see if it updated or not. I don't believe the grid updated, unfortunately, so that's unfortunate, but anywho, these guys will grid up here on the racetrack, and off and away we will go. As man, I'm excited for this one. Fairbury, it's a top lane track, but when this thing slicks up, man, I'm not really 100% sure what we will be expecting here. Race info for tonight's feature: 50 laps, only 12 miles because of the length of this track. Average lap time about 12 seconds. So weather still looking nice here, 70 degrees. So I mean, these guys, it's gonna be a hopefully a pretty chaotic race. We'll see how Busby is able to roll the bottom in. These guys have 13 gallons of fuel, which was calculated to hopefully be enough. So we'll see here. They're pacing around 2 by 2. Busby and Ladner, two of the fastest guys in here. They're looking to roll us around to take the green flag, and hopefully we go green to checkered for 50 laps. We'll figure it all out here. Coming around 3 and 4. Busby moves Ladner up the racetrack a little bit.
Green
Flag waves, and off we go. Busby and Ladner through 1 and 2. The green flag is out. Kunzbeck, Cochran, Chris Brown, Trent Hitchens, Bro Krebs. Lots of 3 wide action back here, middle of the field. As Chris Brown rolling the middle here. Krebs really trying to roll the bottom in. And they're going to sort of single file it out. Maybe no. Chris Brown dives to the bottom still. Kunspek also rolling the bottom here. As early on up front, it looks like it's going to be Dusty Ladner rolling through the field here with Busby, Cochran, Kunspek, and Hitchens running out the top 5. Chris Brown 6th, Davin Cardwell 7th, Krebs 8th, and Lee 9th, Martin 10th, and Paul Granata 11th as everyone just trying to wind their way around here. Look at Kunspek way down on the bottom. He's trying to make it work early on. And we'll see here if it really does work. I'm not too sure if it is or not. He's able to pull side by side with Hitchens, but I think he's going to lose that position here. Meanwhile, Davin Cardwell, he tries to roll the bottom in as well. He throws it in on Chris Brown. Brown's going to power by on the outside for a moment here as Cardwell is going to fit in line. He's going to try to pull down. Oh, we've got a spinner. Kunspek slides down the racetrack. Not sure what happened to him. Meanwhile, up here, look at Chris Brown. He's making some moves. He makes 2 passes here as he's trying to get by Trent Hitchens on the top side. Look at Chris Brown go as Kunspek got a little loose and Davin Cardwell is being held up right now. Chris Brown on the move from P4. Look at the slider move. Cardwell throws it in there deep in that 70. He just couldn't quite get anything done right now as he's trying to get by Trent Hitchens. And I'm not 100% sure what happened to Hitchens or Kunspek. I saw Kunspek, he just kind of got loose, I guess. Man, up here, these top 3 are single filed out, but it's not over yet. Cardwell throws a slider on Brown, can't make it happen. He's going to get cleared by Hitchens. Here comes Hitchens back to the inside. Hitchens now side by side with Cardwell here. He's going to throw it in there deep and nothing getting done. Cardwell was boxed in for a moment here. He's going to try to throw it in there on Chris Brown. What a slider by Cardwell. He's going to ride the right rear right on that outside wall though. And nothing is going to come of it at the moment here as Chris Brown is able to fight hard for P4 right now against Davin Cardwell. Cardwell, remember, he pretty much dominated Kokomo and now he's up here battling for a top 5 at, oh, a little bit of contact. I'm going to say he's fighting for a top 5 right now. Cardwell definitely showing he's very strong here in these supers. And right there he throws a slider. Chris Brown gets him back. Brown's going to throw it in there into 3 and 4, I believe that is. 1 and 2 maybe, not sure. Chris can't quite make it stick though. Ryan Martin and Paul Granata back here battling for P10 and all of it as these guys try to wind the bottom around. And they're trying to let the leaders by while battling for position. It looks like Martin backed off for now. And Cardwell clears Chris Brown for 4th. He's trying to make a move on Carden Cochran for 3rd. He gets to the rear end of that 3C, and Cardwell is going to try to pull to the inside. Cochran all over the outside wall. Slide job thrown in there by Cardwell. He'll make him clear. No. Looks like the crossover complete by Cochran. For a moment, though, he tries to back it up. Can't quite get off the exit of the corner here, and he's probably going to submit this one to Cardwell here momentarily as Cardwell moves his way up into 3rd. Busby and Ladner gone for the moment. Oh, Cardwell, he tried to get back to, or excuse me, Cochran tried to get back to Cardwell. Couldn't quite get anything done of it. Chris Brown moves to the bottom now with Kunspek on the top. Trent Hitchens on the bottom as well. As, oh, Hitchens throws it in there really deep, almost makes contact with Chris Brown. Very competitive battle here for the top 5 as Kunspek really trying to roll the top end while Chris Brown is working the bottom, and they're staying pretty even here. Oh, Chris slides up a little too much. He's going to drop the position of Kunspek for the moment, and he's going to have Hitchens come to the inside momentarily here. Back here, Benjamin Lee getting lapped by Dusty Ladner. He's trying to roll the bottom in. Bo Krebs, Paul Granata way up the hill. Gets way too sideways there. He's still going to be ahead of Ryan Martin, though, as they're each trying to just roll the bottom and stay out of trouble here.
Caution. Yellow
And
flag.
caution is out. Can't quite find who it is, and it might be Trent Hitchens. Looks like it's the 92 of Trent Hitchens, and we're going to pull up the WORC replay real quick and see what happened to Hitchens in the 92, who was having himself a pretty good run early on. And it looks here, Hitchens throws it in there. Oh, they got stacked up. Oh, wrong place, wrong time. That is tough. Man, that really sucks for Hitchens. That was definitely the definition of wrong place, wrong time, and unfortunately for him, oh, my bad, he's not going to be here for for the rest of this race as he was upside down. There's Dusty Ladner. He pulled out to an early lead, and he probably didn't want to see that yellow because Davin Cardwell is third on this restart here, and it's going to be all up to Ladner.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Ladner and Busby pull it up side by side. Ladner throws the slider in on Busby. He's going to back him up. Here comes Davin Cardwell. What a run, 3 wide for the lead here as they go through 3 and 4. Look at Davin Cardwell. He throws it in there deep. He's going to get crossed back over by Ladner. Here comes Kunspek, Cochran. All of these guys really close battling here. Dusty Ladner gets stuck on the wall. Here comes Cardwell throwing it back in. Cardwell back on Ladner. Ladner's going to come back down across the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Joshua Kunspek in the third. The 11K rolling this track like nobody else right now as Cardwell continues to try to throw it in there on Ladner. Ladner may have backed it up too much here. He's going to have to pull to the inside. We'll see if Ladner throws a slider in there. He does. Slide job by Ladner. Not going to clear Cardwell for the moment. Cardwell gets back up out in front for a moment here. But, oh, contact there. Ladner gets in the back of him a little bit. Meanwhile, Kunspek and Busby are battling it out. And here comes Chris Brown. He's battling with Carden Cochran. And some crazy battling here amongst all these guys up in the top 6. Everyone kind of slicing and dicing for position. Everyone fighting for all the ground they can get here at Fairbury American Legion. And right now, Davin Cardwell, that caution came at a very bad time for Ladner and Busby because they did not need it. Cardwell takes the lead, and he might be gone here. Cochran runs right up to the back bumper of Busby. He's going to throw it in there. He's going to run the middle line. Here comes Chris Brown on a slider. They're 3 wide momentarily. Brown puts it on the inside. Kunspek on the wall. They ping pong off of each other. Lots of contact there. And Brown might make the bottom work here. He's going to get by Cochran. Kunspek goes to the bottom now. Here comes Chris. He's looking to try to get P3 from Busby if he can hold off Kunspek, who seems like he's fast. He just has it's just a couple driver mistakes really holding him back here. Chris Brown to the inside of Desmond Busby, and I think with all this chaos, it's time for a mid-race update. 20 to go. We've only had 1 yellow, and we've only had 1 lead change, surprisingly. That was on this past restart. As Chris Brown rolling the bottom here. Oh, Ryan Martin, lap traffic in front of Chris Brown is going to slow him up, and Brown's going to go around.
Caution, yellow flag.
Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to take a look at the replay on that one. Ryan Martin, a lap car. He just. Let's see what happened. So he's getting lapped here by Ladner. He comes down low. Oh, he hits the tire, and he's skating, and right in front of Chris Brown, and that takes Brown out. And oh my goodness. That'll send Brown back a couple of positions. And man, Brown was on a move. He was up to P3 fighting with Busby there. That is tough. Looks like the top 6 are on the lead lap. So Chris unfortunately only loses, I guess fortunately only loses a handful of positions, but green flag waves and Cardwell is gone. Ladner does not get going, and this will give Busby and Kunspek some time to settle things out here as they go side by side. And Chris Brown, a man on a mission, he's going to try to work his way to the bottom here and gain some positions. He knows he's quick, and he's going to roll the bottom here. Look at this run that he's got. He's going to get by Busby and Kunspek here if he's able to clear them. Here comes Dusty Ladner and Cochran as well. Chris Brown moving through the field. Look at him go. He's rolling the bottom like Cardwell was early on. And right now, look at this. Dusty Ladner, he's getting to the outside of Cardwell. We've got a battle for the lead on our hands as Cardwell rolling the bottom. Ladner trying to stay on the top side. Ladner fighting as hard as he can. Slider thrown in by Cardwell. He's going to back it off, and Dusty Ladner is going to take the lead back here. Back here for third, a crazy battle. Brown, Cochran, Busby, and Kunspek, all of them up there trying to fight for this P3. And Dusty Ladner, he kind of gets the wall a little bit there as he tries to get back to the inside of Cardwell. He throws it in there. Cardwell's going to try the crossover. Ladner may have gotten played a little bit there by Cardwell as Cardwell threw him a hand of cards. And, oh, he's in the wall. Here comes Ladner back to the inside, and here comes Chris Brown as well. Cardwell and Ladner throwing slider after slider on each other. Contact! Here comes Chris Brown to the lead. Chris Brown to the bottom. Cardwell, Brown, here comes Desmond Busby as well. 11 to go, we've got a new leader, and it's the 136, 3 wide for P2. Oh, Cardwell crosses them all over. Goes to the way inside of the racetrack here. Down on the tires, Chris Brown gets out of shape. Side by side here, contact being made. Desmond Busby rolling the middle now. Ladner still on the top side here as Cardwell and Brown go at it. Cardwell throws it in there really deep. Chris Brown's going to cross him back over. Here comes Dusty Ladner once again. Ladner to the bottom. He's going to throw it up in front of Cardwell. Here comes Joshua Kunspik out of nowhere. Oh my goodness, this is one of the best races I think I've ever seen. I have no idea how to even commentate this. This is just constant slide jobs crossing over. And Cardwell way to the top side as Chris Brown keeps rolling the bottom here. And that 136 looking to win. Cardwell now throws himself in on the bottom. And we'll see if Cardwell is able to come off as the leader. He is.
Caution.
And
Yellow
caution
flag.
waves. Ryan Martin's a little slow. Paul Granata's got some damage. We'll pull up the replay. That caution is exactly not what any of those leaders wanted, as they were fighting hard. I have no idea what the caution was even for, to be honest. It might be on Cochran and Busby right here. Oh, yep, the Cochran sent it in there. So that'll be on the 703. He slid it in there a little too deep, it looked like, and got him there. Looks like Chris Brown will be the leader. So the scoring got reverted to the last lap. So, man, that was insane. So many sliders being thrown, so many crossovers, and they're single filed out. That's interesting.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Chris Brown's going to be the leader here. Cardwell's going to throw it in deep. Cardwell's going to try to throw the slider. Ladner's rolling the top side here as Chris Brown stays to the bottom. Now Ladner goes to the inside as well. Dusty Ladner, he's going to try to clear Cardwell here as Cardwell still rolls the bottom. 3 wide for the lead. Cardwell throws it in deep as he goes all the way up to the wall. He holds up Ladner for a moment there. Busby's still there as well. Here comes Kunspik on the bottom. A little bit of contact there as this one's between Brown and Cardwell for the next 5 laps. Cardwell gets the run off the bottom. Chris trying to roll Cardwell on the top, Brown on the bottom. And it just doesn't look like it's working right now for Brown as Cardwell's going to pull away for the moment here. And they're going to need probably another yellow here to try to settle this one out if possible, because the bottom has slicked up so much that I don't know if there's enough tackiness out there for Brown to try to get back to Cardwell. As a white flag will fly this time by, and what a job done by Davin Cardwell. He's had to fight hard for this one, but here in the last couple of laps, he's going to come off of 3 and 4. He's going to roll the top side in here as they battle for P2. Cardwell, oh, he won already. I'm so stupid. Oh my goodness. I got this track confused. Well, Cardwell wins. Congratulations to him. That was a mistake. Whoops. Man, that was a pretty entertaining race though. Chris Brown, Desmond Busby, Dusty Ladner, Kunspek, and Cochran, they all really deserve a round of applause there because that was some phenomenal racing. And unfortunately, Davin has reset. So we'll be right back here with post-race interviews presented by WORC TV. Don't go anywhere, folks. The field is rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready. This is going to be tight.
Welcome back, everybody, here to WORC TV for post-race interviews, and let's see if we can get our winner, Davin Cardwell, up in here. Davin, you're in the WORC TV booth. You got a copy, bud.
Sir.
Oh my gosh, what a race. You guys just kept throwing slider after slider on each other. Seemed like nobody was wanting to get off of each other. Unfortunately, though, it came down to a little bit of a late race restart, and you were able to pull away from Chris there at the end. What do you think did it there on that last restart that Chris couldn't quite hang on with you?
Like it was probably one of the best races I've ever had, and just a lot of respect there for the sliders and just everyone checking it up and not dumping anyone, and it was just a phenomenal race. And I don't think if you don't think that was a good race, then I think you're crazy, and you might need to get your eyes checked. But I kind of just got by Chris there late race, and then was able to just kind of walk off there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Chris. He worked the bottom in. He got there, and then there was just like six of you guys just battling each other, throwing sliders, taking over positions. It was definitely one of the most fun races I've ever had the privilege of broadcasting, and I'm glad you were part of it, man. That was super exciting. That's your second win of the season. You took one at Kokomo, and we don't have any short tracks left. We've got a couple 3/8 mile tracks. Do you think you might be able to try your luck at Cedar Lake or Charlotte and take home a third win of the season before it ends?
Yeah, I don't know about Cedar Lake. Me and that track's never been eye to eye, but definitely Charlotte. It's one of my favorite tracks, and anyone in this race that's out of the top five there could have won the race easily. Just that's how good the fix ups are, and just how these new updates are, and it just everything's so racy now.
All right, man. Well, it's awesome to have you here, Davin, and that was a super awesome battle you had there for the win with pretty much everyone up there. And before I let you go, do you have anybody you want to thank tonight?
Thank you for broadcasting and everything y'all do for this league and just putting this deal on. And I got to thank Voodoo by Davis, Mighty Muffler, and Phantom Racing Engines, Dappen Car Racing, and just everyone that helps. And my girlfriend for watching.
All right, man. Well, thank you for racing with us, Davin, and congratulations on the win, man. All right, guys, we're going to try to find P2 Chris Brown. Good run for him. He's had a couple of rough weeks. We haven't seen him in the broadcast booth in a while. We're glad to have him back here, though. Chris, you're in the WORC TV booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh my goodness, that was a very chaotic race. You found the bottom, you worked your way to the front. Unfortunately, though, the late race restart, things kind of got toughed out for you there. Is there anything you think you could have done differently to keep up with Davin there?
Maybe get to the top a little faster, but I don't know. He was pretty fast. The bottom just kind of went away a little bit there towards the end, but yeah, I don't know how I ended up there. I thought I was out of it. Then when I restarted sixth, one of those restarts, and then all of a sudden I was leading the damn thing. So yeah, I don't know how I got up there, but that was probably one of the funnest races I've ever been involved in.
Yeah, that was super fun for me to broadcast. That might be the most fun I've had broadcasting. You guys just throwing slider after slider on each other, crossing each other over. The best part was you guys all kept it clean. Although you did kind of have a little bit of a run in there with a lap car who caught the tire and wasn't really on the ground when you hit him. What went through your mind there? What did you do to kind of just keep your head up, stay focused, and get back to the front?
The restart, I thought I was done for. Like I said, the bottom just came in for me, and I was able to get back up to the front and finish second there. But yeah, I thought when that happened, I thought I was done for.
Well, luckily for you, you really weren't done for. You were very quick tonight, and man, that was super exciting to watch you guys continue to just throw sliders on each other. That was very entertaining from my perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed driving in it. Before I let you go, Chris, do you have anybody you want to thank tonight?
Thanks to Christian Jones Boudoir for sponsoring the car, you guys for putting on the broadcast in the league, and my wife for letting me race.
All right, man. Congratulations, Chris, on P2. Good finish for you, a good rebound, and hopefully you keep this momentum up. You've pretty much got that championship on lock if you do. We'll see you around, Chris. Congratulations.
Good to see you guys next week.
All right, guys, that was Chris Brown, P2, and what a drive for him. Absolutely phenomenal racing by everyone, really, but we're going to try to bring in Desmond Busby now. Desmond, you're in the WORC TV booth. You had a copy, bud?
Yo.
All right, man. Well, what a race for you. You won the heat race. Of course, you started up front in the feature. Just, man, that was some craziness. Throw me in there. You were right in the middle of all those sliders there at the end. Were you a little surprised you guys didn't wreck? I mean, run me through that.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but I was trying to play it patient because I didn't want to get in the mix and get myself all screwed up. And I was struggling there in the back because, ever since this update, trying to relearn the car. But yeah, they were going at it in front of me. I was trying to be patient and it worked out. Got past, I think, two, and that's allowed me to get third.
All right, man. Yeah, a podium finish for you. You've been stringing those together lately. Do you think the momentum's there for you to try to take home a win at Cedar Lake or Charlotte before the season ends?
I'm gonna try, but competition's getting harder each race. But I'm gonna for sure try to get one more win off.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you're able to capture one. We'll see you next week at Cedar Lake, and congratulations on the podium, Desmond.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That was Desmond Busby, P3. And that'll do it for tonight here from WORC TV. Your finishing results presented by Maconi Setup Shop, JP Designs, Keystone Corner, and Mr. Ocean CM3882 on YouTube. Davin Cardwell takes the win there in a very heated battle. Chris gets P2. Desmond rounds out the podium. Then we had Dusty Ladner and Joshua Kunstbeck round out the top 5. Cardin Cochran rounds out everyone who finished on the lead lap. Then we had Bo Krebs, Benjamin Lee, Ryan Martin, Paul Granata, Trent Hitchens, and John Hale rounding out the field. It was a small field, but it proved to be a great race. We thank everyone for joining us here on WORC TV. Well, if you like what you just saw, check in Thursday night for the JP Designs Truck Series. That is the round 1 eliminator race for the JP Designs Truck Series playoffs. 14 drivers get knocked down to 9, and it is a super close battle there for that 9th spot between some hard hitters like Garrett A. White and Blake Kennedy. And there's some guys that are underdogs, maybe like Henry Klappert, looking to point their way in to the top 9. That'll be Thursday night, same time. And then Saturday night, we have been hired by the Unified iRacing League to come broadcast their recruitment truck series. That'll be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you check that out Saturday night. And then Sunday night, the Keystone Corner GT3 Challenge gets to the second of their 4-race sprint series as they go to the Nürburgring